This case will be the first chapter 8. 8 chapters. It's been a ride.
It's chapter 8. I'm excited.
Amazing, chapter 8. This last year's gone fast.
Chapter 8, so this will be my first actual full series, and I'm excited to help.
Oh, it's exciting to see where it goes, to see where new people coming in, others finding their way out.
Hello, everybody. Chapter 8, wow. It goes real quick.
The first case in chapter 8, I'm excited to be a part of it. I've been intrigued and just fascinated watching my growth just in the short time that I've been on this team.
It was nice to see at least part of the team again. I really feel good.
Hi, so it's been a bit since I've been on investigation. I've been kind of busy with school, but I'm excited to see what happens.
I've been gone for a while, so I'm excited to jump back in it and get my feet wet, as they say.
People building their skills and, inside and outside of the crew. So I'm just excited to see where each person goes individually as well as collectively as a team.
I'm looking forward to any sort of evidence we can pick up on any personal growth that everybody goes through.
So I can only imagine what Eric feels as he's watched this come through to the beginning of season 8. We've got an amazing team of superheroes, pretty powerful people on here, and I am really honored to just be able to be a part of this.
Opening into the last chapters and stuff, I talked about new progress and new beginnings within the team and even within our own lives and our own private lives. I announced that I started doing readings for people, and that has completely been blown out of the water. It has been an amazing chapter opening up in my life.
We have a familiar face returning back to the team, and we're supposed to meet this person at the briefing. And you should recognize her if you followed Endeavors long enough.
All right, hello. I'm Carrie, and I'm coming back. I'm a little nervous. Just a little nervous. I had a heart attack in the last year and a half. I know ghosts and spirits can have effects on your body, so I'm a little nervous. We'll see how this goes. I hope I do well. I hope you guys like me.
And it could very likely just be that everybody's energies were all as one, and we're all excited.
Oh, the new members are awesome. Cool, neat, love you guys. Thanks.
Ready to go.
On this case, the team gets called in to help a fellow investigator.
That was where there was a really loud growl. Every time we walk in here, somebody's watching you.
Some bad vibes penetrate the team.
Whatever made you here, I don't want it to use any attachment or oppression with you.
While working at this location, something about a house next door draws in the team.
We can't get into it, can we?
Probably not. It's private residence, probably. No.
With unpure intentions possible, the team resists distraction.
I don't know if I would believe it, though.
What?
That thought.
What do you mean?
Did he not just call me out on it?
He's like, don't go over there.
Don't let him draw you. It's a distraction.
But don't. This is like Perry. Carrie.
That fairy circle where they want to draw you in and you just stay there until you wither.
Like a siren?
It's a fairy.
It's a siren. Fairies are tricksters.
Are you what would be considered a grim?
A familiar unwanted energy manifests from the team's past.
I'm getting some of that vibe. You still remember that?
You're not getting to me, okay?
Is this known to be a trickster spirit? Yes. Okay, I get that vibe.
You're not getting to me, okay?
Is the outcome successful?
Just wanted to thank Paranormal Endeavors for coming.
So we have these meetings time to time. It's been a while. Don't like having them.
Well, I came over to Eric's tonight.
Throughout the time that we've had her with us, there's been some works in progress being made and different things that we've had to discuss in the past with Mary, and a lot of it's been the grounding and the spiritual stuff, trying to get that hammered away so there's no more episodes and little fits and things like that in front of clients.
But we needed to talk.
However, what had gone down recently is something that was very easily could have been a removal from the team. I hadn't been quite as upset since when Jeff had his moment, which wasn't great either.
Something that's been weighing on my mind.
Won't use names. We know who we're talking about when we're both talking about the situations.
Yeah.
But we need to cover this, and Jackie and I talked this afternoon, and there's a few things that we'd like to say and probably run by you as well.
The way, I should say my mental health. The way, and my physical health, both. I got to get those under control. The team doesn't sit there and try to knock me down every single time and bring up every little bit of a past, like, oh, you were a bad mom to me because you had affairs and all that stuff. My past doesn't make a difference here. To them, everything that I've done is wrong.
I don't know, if this isn't a wake-up call, I don't know what will be, because honestly, flat out, you've had so many chances that we've given you.
Yeah, and
most of them have been related to the getting your grounding under control, not freaking out on investigations in front of clients. But yes, I'll give credit for that. You have been working on that. And brought Jackie in on this, and she also agreed. Probably need to strip away some responsibilities in the admin role that Mary feels right now.
I really thought I was going to get kicked off the team because I made a huge mistake, which I really don't want to go into because it is very embarrassing.
Okay, so with everything going on in your family that we've either A, witnessed or B, heard about, I do, and we do, 100% understand that it is really hard just to up and walk away, especially if they're blood. It is also very important that you are doing what's right by you. And this is something that I'm even tonight, I'm still having to acknowledge the fact that I also need to work on this. You cannot do for other people who are not willing to do for you.
That's true. Yes. Yeah, I said that's true.
That being said, it is not our position to sway you in either direction, but it is our position to take care of our own.
Yes.
And you are part of our own. You are part of our family.
And I love you guys, and you are, to me, my family. It would kill me to not be able to see you guys, or...
like I said, I thought about this being the last chance.
I understand that this is the last chance because like I said, I could feel your emotions through my phone.
But the meantime, though, I think it will help in her way, for her personal stuff, that we remove her from the case manager. Sedona is definitely eager to step up to the plate if needed. I've talked to her about it and swap you out, but still keep you on the team, but bump you back to just a standard field researcher. Those are the options we're...
And so I'm going to step down as case manager. Who knows, maybe in the future we can revisit that, but I think it's best for the team. Actually, as much as I love being a case manager, I love, but I do think Sedona would do a better job than me. Okay. She seems to go the extra mile where I'm like just kind of going around in circles. So yeah, Stana would actually be fine with me, just as long as I'm part of the group. That's really what I want. Well, thank you.
You handled it decently. I wasn't sure if there was gonna be screaming, yelling on your end, and I'm just like.
No, actually, this is kind of a relief. I mean, I thought it was gonna be worse.
Well, like I said.
We
thought about having worse decisions, and thought about it's like, okay, I'm done. She's done. We're done. Not that long ago, Sedona had reached out to me and mentioned her interest in that role. She found it fascinating. She really liked to dig in the research and just kind of go for it. So I don't anticipate that if we extend her the offer that she would say no to that. All right, well, thank you for coming over and going over this with me. I think that you're carrying the torch forward for the case management. I think you're work well with Crystal, and likewise, I think you're going to work well with you.
So tonight I stepped up into the position of case manager from a field researcher. Mary has some family complications that she needs to handle and take care of, and has stepped down, and I've been asked to step in and assist there. I'm kind of excited about it.
As we say, everything happens for a reason.
Right.
That you can kind of carry that forward anyway, because you have that, versus have somebody else do a case manager, and then you do, other stuff, but you're still, field researchers.
As a field researcher, there was kind of limited to some things I was privy to or had access to, and I think now as a case manager, having the opportunity to maybe dig a little bit more historically on the locations, to kind of collaborate some of the things that the team may find, I think will be exciting.
Anyway, well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Give me a hug. I know, it's weird.
So in this new position, I'm pretty sure that I have the skill set that will help.
The briefing is not going to be held at HQ, call headquarters here, like normal. That's because of the location and the general area where we're going. It makes more sense. Most of the team's going to be off kind of a little bit closer to that general direction.
All right, thank you for meeting on location. This place, Sedona's new place, first time I've been here.
Ta-da! Welcome to my new home, you guys.
Hi. It's a beautiful home, Sedona.
Thank you.
It is beautiful.
I worked really hard at making it nice and comfortable here.
All right, we're entering our first case into Chapter 8, and this one's a little bit of a doozy.
I am honored to have all of my team members in my house and us starting off here. So I want to start with that. I'm super excited to meet Carrie and get to know her.
Before I go too far into it, we have a familiar face, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
She joined in 2012, basically stepped down, took a break in 2016, and now she's back.
And you should recognize her if you followed Endeavors long enough.
All right, hello. I'm Carrie, and I'm coming back. I'm a little nervous. Just a little nervous.
Yeah, I'm excited Carrie's back. When I first started, I kind of bonded with Carrie.
I had a heart attack in the last year and a half. I know ghosts and spirits can have effects on your body, so I'm a little nervous. We'll see how this goes. I hope I do well. I hope you guys like me. Peace out.
We became friends, so I'm excited to have an old team member back on the team again, so.
And this is actually how we met you, Christy, through Carrie.
Yeah. Right on.
Good referral.
Yeah, this is exciting because I joined and you left. And I was like, darn it, I wanted to work with her. We got to work my shadow case and that was it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited to go on this case. This is my second case with the team, so I'm excited to work with Carrie, and she's back, and she's the reason I'm here, so I'm excited about that.
So thoughts, nothing's sticking through directly so far. I'm eager to get there and really feel it out up close. That's usually when I get something.
Our case in Mapleton is a good friend, and she has been trying to communicate with me, texting on the phone. So I am getting feelings, and I have had dreams. So I'm really excited to help her.
We were discussing it in the little chat that we had, stuff that has been going on, and people throwing out like things that they've seen and whatnot. So I'm kind of excited to get those validated.
Yeah, Amanda and I became friends, I guess, through the hotel. I'm trying to remember the first time I met her.
Yeah, it was Klondike.
It was Klondike Hotel. And we like bonded right away. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it was just phenomenal. And then every time I go somewhere, she picks me out, comes around, gives me a hug, and calls me her mom. So we become very good friends. And she texted me and said that she was having some problems and needed help. And she said her mom is the one that's more affected. But they live separately. They have two different houses. But Amanda thinks that she has something following her too. Okay.
Well, my impression is that I think it's really awesome that when cases come in, that we have impressions that come in that actually can help us.
This one's going to be a two-parter in one, is my understanding. Two locations fairly close together, and we're going to check out.
Reaching out, or we had a fellow investigator that we've, featured even in our own series.
Hi, I'm Eric,
Hi.
team lead Paranormal Endeavors.
Nice to meet you. I'm Amanda.
In the last couple of years, and she's reached out to needing help. So of course we're going to step up.
Yeah, I'm excited to get there and do this, because I think we do have multiple layers of things going on. Some of the stuff I'd already said when we were roundtabling.
Amanda can't stand being in mom's house.
The mother.
Mom can't stand being in her own house.
No.
Okay.
So she spends all of her time on the porch.
Okay. Okay.
Or trying to be away from her home.
Okay.
So she will not be there today because she has something else come up.
Okay.
Which is fine, but I told Amanda, if we don't find anything, then we have to have her mom. Because it could be an attachment.
Yeah.
Now, Amanda has worked with another group. I should tell you that first off.
Okay.
She works with, what was the name of their group?
Venture.
Venture, yeah.
Originally with.
And they had a falling out.
Regardless of personal issues a person is going through, if they are having paranormal issues, they themselves, they cannot investigate it themselves. They need help.
But I think we've got some layers of stuff. I think it definitely we will be counseling and teaching people how not to let things in when they encounter things.
We're going out here hopefully to fix a situation that has gone on way too long.
Right.
Hopefully we can do as much as we can with as many gifted folks as we can.
We got a lot of powerful people on the team.
Right.
Yeah.
And Carrie has grown a lot since she had left. As we're getting closer, any thoughts?
Things that you feel maybe you need to find out now before we, hit the ground running.
I want to know if the houses I saw in my dream are really these houses. So I'm excited.
I definitely think there is some bleed over from this region. So sorting out what is a part of that intensity that we're experiencing and feeling versus what's actually part of the case.
I'm just looking forward to helping the family.
Yep.
Alright, here we go.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
We have arrived. Destination number 1. And then, you good?
Yeah.
enough?
Mhm.
Okay. Give you an extra tape just to carry with us in case.
She's like, I just told this part, it could be. I didn't see that part.
Hi, hello. It's been a while. You remember me?
That was where there was a really loud growl to my mom. My other sister was here at the time. She was living here, and it said something, stay out or get out, and that one was really nasty. There's everything noises always throughout the house. Now in this kitchen, there's a mouse, a cat toy. Me and my sister, my mom was in Denver. We came to clean our house before she came back. Well, it made a noise, and it's the one you gotta wiggle, and it'll make a noise. Well, it did the noise, and we were looking like, we're supposed to touch that to make a noise. It literally picked up and jumped.
Spiritual being that tries to tell me to turn around, go home. We don't need you. They're not going to go with you, or they're not going to follow what you want. And I was getting that when we come into town.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
She
had dreams.
Oh yeah, vivid dreams.
Did she do any journal dreams?
No.
Okay. One question I do have right now to get out of the way. Did her sudden absence be here with us now, did that seem abrupt, like out of the blue?
Yeah, like,
Okay.
she's like, well, I don't even know if I want to talk. I'm like, well, Mom, they're going to be in your house, she's just very nervous. And it's gotten to the point where she came back from Denver, and I tried to reach out to different people, but nobody took me serious. I'm like, this is my mother.
Right.
I know it's something,
Right. Picking up on that sorrow before we
Like,
get
I
back
would
to
get
the-
emotional, yeah. It's serious, it's real.
So she,
The toy in question.
I'm going to tell you, actually, it made the noise. We were like, okay, weird, we turned around.
So the information you
So
got,
it went like this, and then it literally picked up and went like this. Like this. That's okay. Hey, oh yes, there's two little babies. The private one and the black one. Okay.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay, wow, I'm drawn to that room. Let's take a look in there. We got lots of things, don't we? Memories. Those are memories.
Right.
Old memories.
Yeah.
Those are memories. Sorry.
Well, as we're going up and down, you can stop.
That's what I was just explaining. All of these protective items, and they're strewn chaos into a corner. All these things to bring in protection and angels and stuff, and it's just thrown on the floor.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe it's like my head is like.
Yeah, my ears are all plugged up like there's a massive, that barometric pressure.
And I'm just trying to think of the psychology of it, because
And then all the decorations, all the things that would bring light to our room are all shoved in the corner or shoved on the floor and
They're
out of the
mostly
way.
Christian faith?
it's angels, looks like angels.
But I would like to say, though, I wouldn't mind if it's something like, maybe we'll do that go-to bunny thing, remember in the original training? Where things that we'll get, we'll have someone designated as the person that they'll go to.
Right,
Maybe
right.
you, since
Yeah,
you're
because
the most
you're the-
neutral about this.
Okay.
And we'll tell you things as we get them.
Okay.
I gotta
You
talk
write
to
them
Sedona
down.
about that. Yeah,
Okay.
you make
Right.
note of them or whatever, and then we'll come
I actually
back.
have a notebook in the car.
Okay.
Cool.
It's a good way to validate spiritual.
Yeah.
Ready? Yeah. What needs to come in and what doesn't? My bag doesn't need to come in, so I just set it off to the side. Just
Yeah, one hand under because it's.
You bet.
I did a walkthrough through the neighborhood as well because there's a lot going on on this land.
Another mushroom head. What do you mean?
Where?
Oh yeah. Oh shoot, we
The
should
band.
tell them, we'll wait and
Artist.
tell them about that thing that just happened over there, man.
A lot of old trees out here.
Okay, well, unfortunately, we've been working obviously on it together, but I do have some stuff I want to add to. Okay. Excuse me.
But yeah, you want to tell him?
Sure.
So we are doing the bunny experiment here at the house, and I'm going to be taking notes from people that have feelings or premonition type things, and we're gonna gather the notes, and if get any validation during the investigation, then we'll have it written down.
Where we have someone dedicated as a go-to bunny. Only that person is hearing what we're getting, especially since this is a location that we can go in spiritually and not just pure scientific only right off the bat. But to keep checks and balances, this is what we're doing in this case.
The fact that as I was talking to them about the music and what was happening and the correlations between Kelvin and I, Prince's When Dove Cries comes on, and I look at Terrence. I didn't ask him. Important song to you?
Me.
Okay.
We just had a situation in which I'm listening to my songs, and it immediately changes to Your Soul Is Mine from Mushroom Head. And then right after that, he gets this feeling. I'll let him describe it.
Yeah, I was thinking about some of the emotions that have been coming through from other people, and I mentioned to him, I'm like, the scene from Neverending Story, The Swamp of Sorrows, came to mind. And lo and behold, which song was on?
It was Mudvayne, talking about the demons hold dear.
Basically, when your mom and I were looking across the street, we were noticing those houses. She thought she'd seen something move in that one abandoned one. I was drawn to the yellow one. She was looking at the other one down there. And then I come back here, I'm seeing the shape. It's reminded me kind of the east side of Pleasantville, that situation where there's a big regional effect. Suicide rates up. It's, you know, people going back and forth.
I was picking up a suicide in that yellow house.
Okay. Maybe I should have wrote this down.
Oh, the house behind us
Right.
really called to me. It's a beautiful house. I guess you probably wouldn't say that if you looked at it, but you can tell that someone used to care for it. And you can feel the emotions of sadness that it's in that disarray.
We can't get into it, can we?
Probably not. It's private residence.
No, it's all private.
It looks like it's abandoned now. Though. The yard's not.
They are abandoned, and there's a sign of eviction on the house on the green one.
Definitely neglected.
Well, I mean the yellow one too, if that's the one.
And all the flowers are dead, and there's dead birds lining the side of the.
This is, in my mind, a metaphor of the desire, of that desired freedom from this energy that's being made manifest, which I hope to take more time to really understand what that is that I'm feeling.
One in particular, right across it, and I was picking up that suicide. It's this same feeling that we get on the east side of that, where we live, in the town we live. It's like this vibe is just completely different. And it's almost like a bleed over from that location, reaching out for miles around it.
Early on, even before the briefing, I had detected just this overwhelming sorrow had come over me, and I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't my feelings. I'm wondering, and I think I was picking that up from clients and some of the energy here, because then I was validated. Some of my teammates were picking up different emotions like that as well.
Once you had said that, shortly after you said that, I had seen something in the large window of that one off to the side there. There's obviously stuff there, which her and I picked up a different story on there. I can't wait to see. We worked pretty well in tune, and I said that's funny because Eric was talking about how we'd be two peas in a pod.
So at least we have this experience on camera for now. What you were saying about seeing movement in that house, you're not alone. Yeah. Someone else, multiple, have said that. Jarrett and I were drawn to the yellow house as well. And remember what I told you about, I'm not, again, part of the validation. Remember, what did I say?
If you want it, then you don't have to be on it. And I can be on it.
India's area where
then go.
Well, suicide, turnovers, people that can't stay in their houses for very long.
The same thing to Amanda when I was out here smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
we're gonna be here all night long.
I sat down in the chair in the living room here, and I had like a feeling of sadness, irritation, and I had a piercing headache, like someone was shoving, like, I don't know how to describe it, but like shoving like nails into my temple.
We got a lot of
Yeah.
anger.
Yeah.
Your blood pressure is up. The carotid artery is literally going back. I could feel it through my fingers.
Yeah, when we were very young.
I'm gonna go release this.
Yeah, probably in the backyard. That exercise I ran you through. Go outside and run that.
Samantha's
Clear
here. She's
yourself
never
out.
lived here.
So that it
her,
doesn't,
the 2 kids.
whatever
Mhm,
made
that's why I
you
went
here, I
across
don't
the
want it to
fence.
use any attachment or oppression with you.
Went to get up and go outside and chug off running. And I ended up puking. Don't get that on camera.
No, I need to. You just took off, and I didn't want you to just do that.
Oh, I was puking.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
Let's do. You can do a little bit of what she had told you to. Let's also do what we did before when you went through that real bad episode.
Is she coming?
I can go ask her to. Would you want her to be with us?
Yeah.
Okay, just a second.
Lightheaded, dizzy.
Okay, baby.
Yeah, give him the grass.
Yep.
You're strong. Might be even good to take them shoes off, get some earth on them feet.
Get some ground. Ground.
For what we taught you during that. And also the new barrier around you guys. He's doing a lot better. You're too open for this case, so I had to close you down a little bit. Because you're not... The protections and stuff that you learned so far, this is a little bit further with the case.
Something up here. We keep seeing it, and whatever's there did not want to let me go.
If this thing's knowledgeable enough to test like that, it seems like it has a certain level of sentience, if you will, or a certain level of tenure in some way. Like it knows a little bit about what it's doing enough to test us like this.
Right.
That's interesting.
No, you're good.
I don't know that I'm good suddenly. Yeah, I was like, wait, I don't know that I'm good. I mean, I'm strong, but I don't know that I'm good right now.
I think that's one of its tricks. It tries to make you feel bad, tries to make you feel icky, and then that's its food somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, which is what it's been
Well, I
doing
had
to
like a
Mother.
Feeding off of the negativity.
Which is what it's been doing to Mother.
When I was sitting in that chair, I was feeling a sadness. And then
So you
when-
empathed her
when
emotions.
Jarrett came over because I felt it like throb right here.
Right.
And he put his hand on, and I instantly had like anger, like stop.
I mean, it's a dominant, intelligent thing. There's something dominant here that's just, it's kingdom.
Yeah.
But if
Okay.
that thing is inhuman, I need more evidence of that. But it's definitely trying to show more than
Territorialism almost.
Right. Because of what happened. So just think of that. It's the knowledge is the power. So we have this past experience and stuff. It's firsthand. You're not reading about it. You experienced it. So when we were there, just so think of that if you need to, if it helps. Be like, oh no, you're not going to make me a statistic. You're not going to make me, retreat.
Of becoming a Time Lord with our physical self, because then you're using your genetics to tap into this timelessness, and you're using your genetics to get to this state where you can tap into multidimensionalness and timelessness. But what people are trying to do is do it with technology, which is cool.
Yeah.
You can do it with technology, but then you have all these limitations, you can't, because they're going to be using metal and torsion fields and stuff like that, and it's that's really cool, but you're using non-biotic things. They start to biotically become Time Lords, or they start to mechanically try and become Time Lords. Well, we're finally starting to understand this science behind all this crazy trans-dimensional interactions. And I hope that we move towards the biotic side and understanding the benefits of the mechanical side, and that's what we're going to see as we go forward. You're going to see people who are like strictly like, no, we want to stick with the mechanical side of it, and then there are going to be people like us like, no, guys, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah,
you gotta, like,
you're limiting
you
yourself.
gotta use
There's
this.
more.
Like,
there's way more.
Yeah.
This is why we like Kelvin. This is a Kelvin moment right here. Because I'm sure all Christy asked him was, what did he have for dinner last night?
It happens like that sometimes.
Amanda and Terrace's house, beautiful house.
We split up, went and did a day walk.
Setup went very smooth. They went to a second location, left me here with Kelvin and Christy. This one going in here, you can set up a streamer.
Carrie, is this the house you saw?
Absolutely not.
No. Okay.
Had gone down in the basement and I had scanned and was sensing something, and then for some reason I needed to leave and run upstairs to where Amanda was.
In the basement, there was a rug. It brought back memories to an earlier case that Carrie and I were on. Where'd that rug come from? That blue one over there. Yeah, that one? Yeah.
Amanda, where'd you get this rug? Oh, my mom.
Okay.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Yeah. So Donna, you were close. I think that's what you're getting.
on it and then suddenly I had to run from it.
Right. It's this rug.
They already had a feeling on that one. It's like, we don't like that rug, and then we validated it, and then same kind of thing.
And the team sorted out some stuff, so that was pretty interesting and some confirmation from when I was picking up on something.
But when we got down to the basement, there was something that was drawing me, and it drew all of us to it. And so we immediately abolished it, took it out of the house.
I know. But I'm still learning certain things. I can run.
She's ahead of me.
I'm all of
I bet you're right. I'm getting like the same energy as I felt over there.
It was in her house before she gave it to me.
Do you feel good?
Yep.
Okay.
Overcome, girl.
And I want to just get it.
Send it out.
That can just be a trash item. It's not. It doesn't have to be like a Ouija board thing or anything like that. You can just throw that away.
Yep.
Yeah.
The team did well. I love walking in and seeing Kelvin reading instructions and different things like that. That was awesome.
Carrie, David, Crystal, and Christy with us right now, and then Jarrett is with the clients in the house, so he's not with us in this session.
All these neighbors are probably like, why is everybody's lights shine all over?
We're standing in a circle.
over there.
Well, they probably thought when we were out here, we were graduating, so I'll keep holding candles. They probably thought something was going on.
Oh, they're doing rituals.
Yeah.
Hey, it is,
Any
you know,
hits so
off
far,
the cliffs
Kel?
to solstice.
Oh gosh! It went off.
I'm blind.
It went off
I was
inside,
looking
and I was
straight
like,
at it.
Two more, remember. One more.
I'm straight at it. I can't see it. All I can see is a purple orb.
"Okay, it's going again."
I know. I'm waiting my eyes.
No!
Jeez. You knew it was happening. Why didn't you close your eyes?
I could still see the flash, although my eyes were closed.
There seem to be some moments here of unpleasant vibes and emotions that we're picking up, so hopefully, if anything, we can help you, perhaps, if that's what you're seeking.
I get the sense out here that we've got a little something else going on from in there, and I definitely sense it over there and just really want to go play with the fairies. Can you confirm the fairy house?
Whom are you looking for?
Different folks were picking up different things in regards to the property directly behind here. I have an interpretation of it. Eric has an interpretation of it.
I kept seeing like a figure over by the house that a couple people were drawn to, and
A couple people were kind of called to cross the alley, and we kept saying, "Don't go there."
Is it part of your mission to drive people away, including some of these houses that sit abandoned right now? Is that some of your doing?
It's gridded. There's limestone gridded in the front. That she was protecting her.
But let's discern.
Yep.
If we go over there, I get the vibe we're opening a can.
Yep. I
Not
know.
just for the simple, like, what
No.
are you doing here, but
Yeah.
it wants us there to end our case here tonight.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm getting.
Oh, from that one?
Yeah.
and I thought, I don't know, it seemed friendly, but that could have just been playing tricks to get me to be involved with it.
I guess the best way to refer to it is kind of like a siren, a calling. And I've taught my team, pay attention to that. Why is it calling you? Not all of it's good.
I think it's good to not trust what we're getting.
It feels distinctly different from this.
Right.
Whereas in this feels so oppressive. It's the yin and yang
Right.
of the situation.
But this feels like it has the capability of
Deciding
being a
itself.
multi-personality
Yes.
thing.
Yes, absolutely.
What is your intention? What do you want? What is that intention that you want?
Were you just trying to cause a headache again right now? I was getting that.
I was getting it.
Did I have a sit down?
No, it
No.
started right before your question.
It's before your question.
Yeah, it was before
For me,
your
it was
question.
like dead center on top of my
Mine
head.
was right on the back right here.
Okay. But it felt like what you were saying, David. It wasn't like a normal, like, it felt like something was being driven into my
Like
head.
pushed in,
Right.
yeah.
Saw like a dog-sized animal, just so I wanted to go and check it out and see if I could figure out what
Okay. Okay. Would you classify yourself as a shapeshifter?
Yes.
You know, we mean you no harm. Please, no harm. Let no harm come to us, please.
This energy is all too common. It doesn't feel demonic. It doesn't feel like it's anything like that. But it definitely has inhuman qualities. And I felt things like this before under a shape-shifting case profile. So we'll see if we get some more evidence to back that up. But that's what I'm wondering. You okay, David?
Mm-hmm. It's almost looks like there's a TV in that room going off, and I'm watching like the lights.
The flickering and
Yeah. Did he not just call me out on it?
It's like, don't go over there.
Don't let it draw you. It's a distraction.
I don't know if I would believe it though.
What?
That thought.
What do you mean?
When I hear that, something about it is off.
Almost sacrificial, weird.
It's off, exactly. What's going on here, guys? There's a veil going on, and some of us can kind of see through these lies, and some of us are kind of falling for it. It's like that initial vibe that you get. Right. Yeah. That's why I said stop at this line.
Carrie kept walking over there, making me nervous. I think she might have been testing me. I don't know.
And yes, I am very attracted to the house behind. And yes, I did say those things about wanting to just lay there and kind of pass out or die. The house has a really alluring, beautiful sense to it.
Carrie.
I'm not going wrong. My question
I'm following you.
is there more than one entity here?
I'm pretty confident.
I am too, that's why I asked.
Yeah, we're just for science, we're going to try to get that. In your words, you wanted to go over there and what?
Just lay on the ground and die. Not that I want to die. I don't really want to die. But it's just the feeling that it would be so peaceful.
Right. Right.
Earlier, you said you wanted to hug it.
The house?
The house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or somebody
House
did.
needs
I
some
want
love.
to. Yeah, it's that fairy circle where they want to draw you in and you just stay there until you wither.
Like a siren?
It's a fairy.
It's a siren. Fairies are tricksters.
Fairies would call you in and then you would stay there until you withered. You would just lay there until you withered and died.
That's why I reminded her, like you.
Right.
Caution.
Yeah.
Look at it's the only one that has these trees. These
Yes.
trees are obelisk shaped, meaning they act as conduits of energy for some purpose.
Right. And I just think it's bad right now because any investigator would be drawn into something that
I wouldn't go over there either.
exactly.
Seriously.
I
not
strongly
going back over
believe
there. I
that
mean,
there is this veil that they're having, and some of you are maybe not seeing it right away, but there's something. It's odd. It's not right. And I was telling
like a siren.
right, and I was telling Carrie about that.
She's got documentation that she bunnied earlier in regards to that, my feelings and my topic on that.
Okay, good.
Additional
we'll get back to
information I
that.
put in and what you are now addressing now.
Okay.
Carrie, I would
Carrie.
go further.
No.
I'm not gonna go.
Okay.
But I'm just thinking about that tree in the middle.
I just saw something that run that. Yeah, I just saw it.
Was it dog-like, like
It was
Kelvin?
animal. Yeah.
There you go, Kelvin.
Size of a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what it is.
I saw like
Probably
its
natural.
shadow down the fence line on this side.
This place is like an
Is,
encyclopedia
yeah.
of fucking paranormal right now.
Is
Right?
is-
Are we not hitting every single type?
it's
Please?
interesting.
like
It is
prairie dog, like
It's
it's
land.
little Timons, basically.
Okay.
We've had that before at that one case that had the paranoid schizophrenia with the writing on the walls, and these things manifested. And they were only about this tall,
Yeah.
but they were little woodland creature things that kept appearing. All right, we're now in the basement here. If you're with us and you've seen us and experienced us, you go ahead and give us some kind of indication why we're here, that you're with us down here. We try to help if we can.
I hear you.
Terrified.
Terrified? What's with the anger? Why so angry?
Welcome to Spiritist.
At one point I had the visual of like snarling teeth, like stay away. Like,
They've experienced that upstairs.
what do you mean?
They have one of the sisters living in and one that walks towards the back bedroom to see mom and something in the hallway rattled at her.
Maybe that's what we were seeing outside. Because yeah, I sense like
That's probably the dominant intelligence. Because there did seem to be spirits, but they're good ones, and they're muffled though by something else.
I was getting movement. I could feel around me.
This energy here was a little bit nastier than our usual norm.
Something was moving, and we could see or hear stuff over in the corner.
It wasn't one of the living cats, but something low to the ground crawling.
Something low to the ground roaming around.
We do have a cat down here.
Well, no.
No, there's something else.
Okay.
An energy of the
Yes.
But this is going to be the test right now. It's coming down. And it feels
Are you okay?
Yes, ma'am.
weak. See? Weak.
Are you trying to scare us?
yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
And because we're not scared, it doesn't know how to. Ooh, I just got something around my head. It just started.
my back.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I felt like as soon as I told it, sorry, what you're doing isn't gonna work. That was right when you said something.
Yeah. Where it flooded over this way and went this way.
You good?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's building up energy somehow.
I kind of zoned out. I mean, I could hear people talking, but like I felt like I was there, like my body was there, but my mind wasn't.
You are not allowed to touch us.
We mean you no harm. We want no harm in return.
We're just trying to help identify.
I hear you.
I just sense an unwanted channeling happening with David. That's why I get protective again.
No, please protect him.
We'd like to communicate with you, but the routes you're currently choosing, they're not as comfortable for us as they are for you. What?
Eat peasant?
What does that mean?
You want to use fear as a tactic, and And that's not going to work in this situation with us.
Sorry.
It's not going to happen.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry.
Feeling that I'd gotten from another case we had at Manila School, I'm just thinking, oh, here we go.
The whole energy kind of changed, and David was needing assistance, and so I also held a camera in the basement, so I kind of focused on David.
Are you what we considered a grim? So we experienced this wolf-like, black dog-like thing at Manila School. Have you been roaming around? That's, I'm getting some of that vibe. You still remember that?
Yeah.
The black wolf of that came through and caused every
He just mentioned
spirit to leave.
I didn't say anything about that.
He was just saying along that line.
I need to inform Jared. So, one second. I'll be right back.
Why do you want us to get out?
You're watching us.
But then I had a black wolf following me.
Who do you hide from?
The wolf. The wolf.
There was screaming because it was like a zombie apocalypse or something going on.
A dog. A black dog. A wolf.
Who is this wolf that you're talking about?
Thank you. Goodbye.
Near the end, the wolf like disappeared and I got super scared and then I woke up.
It might be a two-parter situation. There might be the other, because
Well, there was
another
more than one.
Right.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, we
Absolutely,
appreciate
yes.
it.
And I offered the others to go free.
Right. This
And
one
not
must have
face the same fate as that thing.
Right.
We've got some crazy stuff happening at the Klondike. I feel like after we had our Paracon, there's been something strange that is there that's kind of keeping all the spirits that normally are communicating with us from doing any communicating.
Yeah, this one was shut forcefully. Like it didn't just glide shut.
About that time, Eric walks up and he's like, I need to talk to you.
It was very much a good practice in shielding and standing your energetic ground.
And that instantly started to change the investigation around. You went back down there. David was a mess.
Did you say wolf?
I heard wolf.
No, really?
That's me.
I mean, there was a point where I almost felt like I wanted to tap out, and I was just like, this is getting to be too much. But then I was like, no, I'm not gonna allow you to do that. Because I felt as if that wasn't my path at that time. It wasn't the right choice for me.
And the old foe rose its head. And it found its target.
Watching wide-eyed like what the heck. So amazing.
When I was able to protect myself from this thing, I saw it head towards one of my teammates, and I took action. Speak up.
Okay.
I really.
There was a growl. There was a growl.
Yes. You want to get super protective and start going up.
I informed him of what we believe you are. He's very familiar with you.
He's not very beast.
Oh, the beast has arrived.
Stay with me.
Say whiskey?
Correct.
I have a hard time understanding evil. That's very hard for me. So I don't know how to explain that.
Immediately upon saying, nope, you're not doing that, we had reactions from others, and I felt that this entity, if you will, was scanning for electromagnetic points of entry and weakness and exploitation.
This was a very familiar energy that we ran into back in chapter 6, you might remember.
David.
Yes, that is David. What is your name?
Wolf. And I had just said the word bully to David. Bully wolf. Because I had just said bully to David. I said, don't let him be a bully to you.
Going somewhere interesting. Yeah. My team is not familiar with this. Please take defensive. Whatever I need to do for your grounding, please.
I think David needs to go.
David, if you need to go, let's go.
Outside. No, you
Huh?
You know who I am. You were summoned by something that should never have been created. This is my point in life. It's not to judge you, but to help you go back to where you belong. There was 4 other beings.
That's 2.
Yes, there are 2 more. I dealt with 2 of them.
Sir.
There were 4 other released upon after the one that I got left. I've been hunting. Not to hurt you.
Thank you, Kelvin.
You go back to where you belong.
You hear my voice.
Thanks, Calvin.
So leave David alone, please. Concentrate on me. I'm the necromancer. It's my job to be that vessel.
Exhale.
So if you would be so kind, if you want me to go help you go home, leave David alone, please.
Put my shield up. Put my shield up. You cannot get to him. Leave him alone.
Come back to us.
Come back.
Come back to us.
Stay strong.
Come on, come back to us.
Remember.
Here, brother.
Yep, we got you.
You remember the time on my hat. That is brotherhood. You're back.
It's okay. Let the emotions come out. Come on now. Now you should be able to walk out. Come on. Come on. Come with me. Come with me. Good job. Go. Go, go, go. Good job.
Thank you.
Well handled, David. Well handled, David. Good job.
Yes, it is karma. And that's something you will have to deal with occasionally.
She don't need my help.
No.
I'll go with them. You keep the camera down here going.
This is something I talked about in the field where we have to watch the things that we're doing in our lives.
It was attacking me. It was saying hurtful things.
I was just glad that he went out there calmly, and just went kind of out of sight there.
Now that I know it was doing it to bring me down so it could do what it wanted. I didn't know what happened. All I know is somebody kept saying stuff in my ears, saying that I was an abomination and
Right. It's hateful. It's hateful.
You're not getting to me, okay?
Is this known to be a trickster spirit? Yes. Okay, I get that vibe.
You're not getting to me, okay?
Bye.
Bye. Yes.
okay.
You good out here? Just emotional?
Yeah, just
cleansing
the emotion.
Okay.
Check.
You guys okay?
Yes.
You okay?
It's because I'm able to open that room, take the opportunity to walk out in it. Go into it. Go home. Take it with my blessing. You're welcome.
But you held out. It wasn't like initially like you just ran crying and making a scene. You wanted to stay.
Squeezing. I don't know whose hand I was squeezing. I was squeezing somebody's hand. And
Crystal, probably.
I let go. Seriously, I almost got to the point where Like when I just like.
We're about to give in?
Yeah. I really was.
That's what I was sensing. That's why I was
We
like,
all jumped up and
yeah.
surrounded you.
So I'm like, oh hell no, not tonight.
Yeah. We all instinctively knew and jumped up and put hands on you.
Okay. I'm good.
Definitely a nasty sucker. And it had given us information that there was more than one, which by itself is a broad statement, as of course, as there is angels and demons, there's more than one. If you believe what this information is, that there might be another menacing one to encounter sometime in the future. Lovely.
This thing is segmented. This thing is segmented, and that's why it calls itself wolf, because it has a pattern of entities
There
of
was 5 of them
itself.
that were caught on film right behind him, walking down the street right after the
Okay, that makes sense.
So it could be possible that one followed the man that appeared there.
Yes.
All right, I'm probably gonna go in there and see if they need reinforcement. Are you good? Okay.
Really glad that people were there. So.
Taste of a stronger side of energies, which I wasn't quite used to, but I acclimated pretty quickly. I think we all did.
This has been a very intriguing night. It's tested some of us, some of our capabilities and our groundings.
Yeah, we did a good job in interacting with it and getting it to a healthier location.
We're trapped. Oh, I heard trapped.
Well, I can do the same for any person in this room. This is what we do and why people call us is to help you. So we give the opportunity to be able to cross over if you are ready to do it.
He's gone. Wolf is gone.
I got rid of the
very obvious shift in energy.
temperature's dropped about 15
Yeah.
degrees.
Cooler now. I hate to say it, but I don't think that's the last.
No, I have to take care of the
It
other
went
one.
somewhere else.
Right.
I don't know where, but I feel like something. Okay, this is just my intuition speaking. I feel like with that whole thing, there's one still left. They can slowly start to leak back over. If that
That's
makes
why,
any sense.
yeah, that's why I need to take care of this next one. Absolutely. They are drawing to each other. They are drawn to the location. They are drawn to the. I am so close to this home right now. It is easy for me to.
That's what it's trying to protect.
That's what they're protecting. Absolutely. And that's the downfall with this thing. I've been talking about this publicly for a long time. One's already gone. It's the other one that I've got left to find.
Yeah.
That's the one that we're dealing with. What we have left are the spirits of the house that are comfortable enough to talk now, and maybe we can help in that aspect. So yeah. So we've got one more loose. 'Cause I've already, that's 3 that I've sent.
Do you know where he's at? That's cute.
Is it
Dog barking.
Yeah. There was something behind you, Harry.
Considering the nature of this energy.
No.
Consumes until one takes their life. It's what they do. They're soul players. And they make you do it.
Get you in that swamp of sorrow.
Yeah.
That way they can't kill you themselves.
No. They can just
But
make
they
you
can
want
make
to
you
do
want to, and then they collect your energy and continue on through.
I see.
Because you got that over at the house. Across there, you try to lay down and die.
That's why I said don't go over there.
I've been dealing with them since I was a teenager when I was made aware of them. So yeah, I fully understand
I gotta admit, I was a little thrown off that it happened so easily. That made me a little uncomfortable.
I know.
Familiar with it. We've ran into
dealt with a bunch of them.
Yeah. Okay.
That helps.
Yeah, the one at Vanilla was a little tougher because he was the kingpin, and yeah, I was on film struggling with that one.
Yeah, because this one seemed to me it appeared small. It wasn't as big as that one.
Well, any of them that want to cross over, you know, this man right here is amazing. Amazing for opening the light. I handle more of the darker stuff, but man, he's great with the light. You trust him to do it? Eric was able to do the offering, and quite a few took that opportunity.
They just, we open that door and those that want to go through go.
Yeah, that was interesting. I'm so glad that there was a door that Eric was able to open and help people cross over, because that was awesome.
Yes.
He's still here.
That's
St. Michael the Archangel, calm, caution, come down, help spirits and souls when they're in dire need, go over, guide them.
Someone went. Do you see that example? See what happened. If anyone else needs to go as well, you can go ahead and see that blue sky. Go to close from my end. Close from yours, please. Thank you again. And kind of keep our guard up, keep an eye out for in the future when we might encounter something linked to this black wolf phenomenon again.
And I've been able to find 2 other ones, but I've just found the 3rd, and I'm missing 1. So it said it followed certain people's homes. So.
Well, after that situation, my surgery was after that too. I got really sick. I had a fever for like that whole week after my hysterectomy. So when I first went to the Anwa hospital, and I was there for 2 days, I had the most scary and vivid dream of a black dog coming in my room. It took me off the bed, and it was just eating and attacking at my legs. I was literally almost so vivid, like I just went to sleep, and then here's my room. Everything was as real, and it just came in, and it literally scared the crap out of me.
I'll say I'm glad that at least 3 of us are here tonight were ones that experienced that before. So I knew the signs when I was seeing that and hearing this stuff and then feeling what I was getting. I'm like, this is familiar.
How would you explain it? Just like points where like it was very anxious, very like deep, murky, and there was a point where I literally felt it like around my feet, like all up, trying to get up in my root chakra energy, and I felt like it was just consuming this area, and I'm just like, like no, like seriously, like I ain't gonna let that happen, brother, like. And as soon as it's like boom, right after that, you said something about some shift in energy, like moments.
I felt it
like,
come in front of me,
like,
and then it beelined it over to him, and that's when I jumped up and, and I knew I needed to protect David.
That was that mist thing that I felt over there when I was in that place.
And that growl you guys heard that was heard in the hallway. Yeah.
Now ex, but my girlfriend at that time had a dream about this wolf dog that was showing up, and it was telling her, it's like, oh, it's cute, and it was trying to lead her somewhere. And then before that, because that was after we did that. Before that, didn't Joy?
Yeah, Joy did too.
Yeah. So this thing's known to come in dreams, and
Well, not only that, when we were in Post Town, I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but it was a dog, not necessarily a black dog, but we were staying in a separate building then from the school we were investigating at that time, but I had such a vivid dream that night. Something was in that school, like, come over here. In my dream, I'm like, no, I'm not going to.
You know, they're not nice creatures. I've dealt with way too many of them. And it affects me, and I keep myself on that positive frame of mind, and I got through it. Do I still have those that cross my mind? Yes. I guess that's why a lot of us goths and emos make it through, because we understand that it's there, and we accept death as a romantic part and don't fear it.
Yeah. I feel happy to know that some of the spirits were moved on, you know, the ones that really couldn't.
As a fellow paranormal investigator, what do you get out of this in regards to going to sites and encountering things and making sure that practicing the what's mine is mine, what's not mine stays behind?
Right. I've learned a lot more about, you know, respecting the spirit. I've learned a lot more about different spirits, or, you know, different
categories of stuff.
Temperament, or just different anything. But then when it comes to this point to where you feel something is wrong, you know, and you reach out, like, I think it's important to reach out, because sometimes you can't, even if you're a paranormal investigator, you cannot just do it yourself. Sometimes you have to be aware enough to be like, okay, maybe something did come, or maybe, you know, it's been following us, you know.
Yeah.
And I think with me being so sensitive, until I'm able to ground myself in my emotions, I think I just need to step back. I'm just going to stay out of that for a while.
That's, I think, a very smart decision you have to make. That's like, well, that's why we didn't see David for a long time, you know. He had to heal from what he had encountered. Exactly. Lots of us, especially if we are paying attention and we are aware. And you have to take time to be able to replenish yourself, make sure you're putting yourself in check.
Respect my mom, she respects you. And I love you, Great Graham.
I know.
That was cool. Are you connected to my mother, Vicky?
Yes.
Are you protecting my mother, Vicky?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that was strong. That was strong.
Same light, too.
I'm tripping, that's awesome.
That is crazy. That thing's been silent.
You're able to come out, and that's why you're speaking to us through this potentially right now, is because it's easier for you to. The dominant, nasty one is no longer around, and so you're able to step forward easier, because it seems like you're having intelligent conversation now. So there's some truth to that. What we did, it provides some comfort, and it's the beginning of starting to make things turn around for the better. Yes? Thank you.
Because all night long, with everything that was going on, that thing never flickered. It was dead zone through this entire house. Then as we shut everything down, it starts to become a responsive tool.
First, I just wanted to thank Paranormal Endeavors for coming. They're very respectful team, professional. I felt like I was listened to.
I was telling him, I know sometimes with a lot of sensitives and the whole theory on mirrors and whatnot, that a lot of us won't have them in our bedroom, especially if they're on us and we have to look at ourselves or roll over and see ourselves in the mirror. That's not kosher. So overall, though, it's not something that a haunted item to add to Jarrett's collection, so we're not loading it up in the vehicle tonight, so I'm happy with that. And
Positive, great team, guys.
I'm really impressed with how this team has progressed, not only in their gifts and their developments, but also through the idea that we've all gone through trials, including myself, in the last several years.
all right, so thanks for having us over, and hopefully you could feel that difference. It's pretty abrupt. It was like, whoa. So if there's any of the same problems or any worse or anything, of course, have contact. Just let us know.
You know, what was going on in this house, you know, it's a real thing. And I look forward to seeing how things will play out if they catch any evidence. I'm grateful for the help, and I recommend them. Thank you.
Yeah. You too.
Okay.
Good and give service.
Thank you.
Figure it all out.